Hi, good morning again. Thank you for joining today's webinar on driving excellence in manufacturing with location intelligence powered by GIS. I'm Neha Kumar from Esri India, and with me today is Vibhu Sinha, Tanisha Jaiswal, and Supriya Kumari. A quick note for everyone, all participants will be on listen mode during the session. If you have any questions, please share them in the chat window by selecting all panelists from the drop down. We'll address all the questions during this session. We're good to start the session. Over to Mr. Vibhu Sinha.
Thank you, Neha, and a very good morning to all of you. I am Vibhu. I I lead the solutions group for Esri India, which is a cumulative effort of various pre-sales advisors as well as consultants who work together to enable and ensure that our customers, our partners, they are on top of the technological uh, advancements in geospatial industry. I would be supported by Tanisha, who is part of our pre-sales team, as well as Supriya, who is a lead consultant with Esri India. Quick glance over the agenda. A couple of opening remarks. I'll be talking about how turning a special insights into strategic growth helps us, keep our businesses ahead of the curve. We'll have few demonstrations by Tanisha and Supriya uh, with use case insights on how global and Indian enterprises are applying location intelligence across manufacturing sector. And we'll close the session with an open house where we'll be attending to various questions and we'll try and answer most of them. Before we get into that, I would quickly like to take you through a quick introduction about Esri, what Esri is all about. First thing, our vision. Esri's vision has been that we believe that location intelligence can unlock data's full potential in every organization. We have believed in that, we have lived that vision, and we continue to do so. And we continue to do so with more than 6,80,000 organizations across globe, out of which 90% of uh, them are Fortune 100 companies. So what we are talking about, what we are delivering, this is something which has been tried, which has been tested across the globe, across various use cases. We enable this via our software suite, which is ArcGIS. ArcGIS is a comprehensive geospatial technology platform. It provides global mapping and geospatial analytics across various domains, various industries. And to enable that, we ensure that whatever we earn, we invest back 30% of it annually into research and development of the platform. So that keeps us on the bleeding edge of technology as we proceed ahead. A presentation from Esri cannot be completed without presenting some of the maps. And this is something which makes GIS so useful and so easy to understand across sectors, across people. So here in this map, you can see the spread of Esri and its footprints across the globe. So if you can see somewhere across the US West Coast, you would be able to identify um, a yellow symbol, which symbolizes our global headquarters at Redlands, California. All the symbols in cyan, they are our regional or country headquarters. You can probably identify one near NCR in India. And all the lilac ones, these are our distributors or our smaller offices, regional offices across the globe. So as you can see, we are supporting our customers globally and we are present either at a phone call or probably couple of hours flight away from you. So you'll be well supported, you'll be well taken care of. And we have been doing that with approximately 33,000 businesses across 12,000 colleges and universities, 8,600 utilities. So if you are watching this webinar, so probably your fiber provider or your network provider is on ArcGIS platform. If you have electricity somewhere near you, so probably that is being supported by GIS platform from ArcGIS. And that is the business side of it. We have also been supporting various NGOs, or 12,600 to be precise, across globe. So when a disaster strikes or when there is a need for technological intervention into a humanitarian crisis, ArcGIS steps up. We as a team of ArcGIS professionals, we step up, we try and support in government, support the governments, the NGOs in battling that crisis. We have been working with uh, most of the national governments, the state and regional agencies. It could be your municipal corporation, it could be your development authority. Uh, we have tried to be pervasive. Uh, we have tried to support as many use cases, as many industries as we can. So that is about Esri uh, globally. In India, we have spent 28 years so far. Established in 1996, we are headquartered out of Delhi NCR, and we have offices in 7 cities across the country. We have delivered enterprise GIS technology to over 6,500 customers, and our reach has been marked by uh, almost a million users across India. And these million users are being supported by 700 plus SRITEs. Few of you who are seeing here, you're meeting here on the WebEx in the webinar. Uh, so that is how we reach out to our customer. That is how we support our customers, and we keep on doing these sessions, these webinars, to keep on delivering the latest advancements in the technology. And today is one such session. So what is our purpose? The purpose has been to enable the use of geography for solving social and business challenges. Right? I'll give you a moment to process this. Both social and business challenges. And we have been doing this across uh, India with these many customers, 6,500 as I said, 800 colleges and universities. You talk about smart cities, we have been there in 45 plus smart cities as of now, 100 plus municipalities, and our initiatives are supported by close to 70 partners across India. So when you talk about this kind of ecosystem, the obvious question becomes, why is location so compelling now? So these are some of the markers. I'll give you a moment to go through these. And while you're going through these, I'll give you, some food for thought. Some of you might be part of industries where natural resources are part of your sourcing cycle of or your raw material cycle. It could be ores, it could be timber, it could be rocks, depending on what kind of industry you are in. GIS has been part of that natural resource cycle for quite some time now, and I think you are already using this. But why limit GIS to only natural resources or sourcing your raw material? No, GIS is much beyond that. I'll give you a couple of scenarios. Imagine a new just-in-time delivery driver who has been assigned to deliver a consignment to you for the first time. He reaches at your out gate instead of in gate, and the out gate is 3 kilometers away from your in gate, and you just needed that delivery in last 5 minutes, and the detour will take another 20 minutes. You're already running 15 minutes behind on the schedule, right? If that new just-in-time delivery driver was given right directions, right coordinates, probably that would not happened. But as it happens in quite a few sectors, in quite a few regions, a lot of directions are oral, or they are simply, written down on a piece of paper. Happens a lot, right? So that is something which we can control with location analytics and navigational technologies. Imagine another scenario. You end up renting a warehouse in busy section of a city, and you're very happy about it. because you are now closer to the core market areas. But no one told you that the road has movement restrictions for most part of the day. Now you have very good property, but you cannot take your 15-ton GWT truck over there for delivery or pickup of materials until and unless it is pitch dark or late in the evening, right? So this kind, if we had a proper location repository, if we had done our due diligence using location and our technology, our network maps in Esri, they do offer you these kind of capabilities. They do offer you this intelligence without actually visiting that location, without going and meeting the authorities there. You can rely on technology there. Another scenario could be simply tracking your personals or assets which are moving inside your huge manufacturing complex, right? We have been using RFIDs, we have been using probably BLE tokens, but how do you see that on a map? You want to know where that forklift is right now. Or simply you want to integrate your SCADA or IoT system, which is part of your fire hazard monitoring system for pressure overshoots, temperature overshoots. Imagine a scenario where you're able to see these alerts on top of a map instead of getting a SMS alert that uh, certain fire alarm sensor is showing a reading which is a matter of concern. So unless you know the campus like the back of your hand, it would be difficult for you to navigate and to locate that particular sensor. But if you were able to see that alert on a map, you would be able to quickly take actions on that, uh, send the location coordinates to your field team who could quickly rush to that location and diagnose and identify what is the issue. Is there is this a false alarm, or is there something which needs to be done to take care of the situation? So there are multiple scenarios uh, where we have seen that location intelligence and location capabilities, they become integral part of your manufacturing process, manufacturing technologies. So we'll see some of them uh, in action, and I'll invite my colleague Tanisha to take over from here. Tanisha will take you through some of the demonstrations. She'll also take you through some of the interesting use cases. So over to you, Tanisha.
Thank you so much, Vibhu sir, for the introduction. Good morning, all. I am Tanisha Jaiswal, part of pre-sales team, and I'm here to talk about the location intelligence-based solutions for various challenges faced by our manufacturers. So now, as Vibhu sir discussed, now that we know that why location intelligence is necessary, let us understand its importance in manufacturing industry. Location intelligence enables smart market development and analysis that helps you to identify where demand is growing and how consumer preferences vary by region. It powers you with territory planning and performance monitoring as well, so that you are able to right-size territories and improve service coverage. With balanced territories, it becomes easy to identify favorable sites for warehouse placement or dealer network expansion, considering factors like transportation network, business influencing factors, workflows availability, and supplier proximity. Now, another key point is you can easily map your critical manufacturing plant assets and utilities for facility and safety management. So, what does this mean for manufacturers? Location intelligence brings together data-driven insight to deliver best customer experiences at right place and at right time. In most manufacturing operations, logistic teams face challenge in almost every step of supply chain, such as truck unavailability, fleet underutilization, unloading delays, and lack of real-time vehicle visibility. These issues often lead to higher transport cost, missed delivery timelines, and inefficient warehouse utilization. But a real question generally remains: how can one visualize their supply chain while planning? And how can the process be optimized? So now that we have got the theoretical overview, let us talk about the real world issues through the series of demo in supply chain management of manufacturing industry and how location intelligence can play the important role in solving it. Let us see through the series of demo on our platform, which is ArcGIS Pro, and take an example of cement manufacturing company for a long haul. So now you have a manufacturing plant mapped, which is responsible to make cement clinker, an essential component that gives cement its strength and binding properties. This clinker is destined to be converted into cement at grinding unit in Panipat, Haryana, as you can see on the screen right now. Before identifying the best route for long haul, you can first configure a few key parameters like preferred travel mode, vehicle speed, if you just want to avoid the carpool roads, if you want to avoid the private roads, if you are tending to avoid the truck restricted roads and prefer only that allows the truck vehicles, and you can click on OK. You can assign your preferable day and time when truck will leave according to the traffic situation and rules given a time. This will generate results along the real network, and then you can click on the run. Now, as your truck will move, somehow it will crosses the 6 tolls on the way. For more insight, you can analyze the output route layer. It will show the same stops that you had given, like starting from the manufacturing unit to the grinding unit. You can add more stops if you want, like if your driver takes the break, and the time when he started from the plant, the next day when he reached the plant, and all other distance and time parameters will be calculated automatically. Not only this, but you can also assign the daily wage, the fixed price of the truck, the toll prices, and the cost per unit distance as well. As you can see that it has already been calculated, summing up to the total cost. So this is the cost that you will incur to deliver the fresh cement clinker to the grinding unit. Now, if you want to just understand that what will be the directions and turn, so it will also display the turns and directions taken at what time, and the report can also be generated. So such workflows like this will value add to your existing ERP systems like SAP or OTM with realistic travel distance and time, improving expense accuracy and operation planning. So now that you have successfully transported the clinker from your manufacturing plant to the grinding unit, the next question is, where should it go next? So from the grinding unit, you need to move the material to the best closest available warehouse, where you are considering the factors like time and cost. ArcGIS will help you instantly find the most efficient warehouse based on the actual travel time and road conditions. So for this demo, you are having 2 grinding units, both in Haryana. So as you can see, the one is in Panipat and the another one is again in Haryana in Jhajjar, as you are able to see right now. So let us say you have the major warehouses mapped in the NCR regions with high demand in the construction areas. So as before, you'll apply the travel restrictions, but this time you'll also define your truck measurements. So again, if you want to just avoid all the private roads and avoid the truck restricted roads, and for this demo, you are going to use the large truck. So the height restriction is given at the 4 feet, length restriction is also given. And if you just want to prefer the truck routes, and the width restriction is given at 2.54 feet. So you'll also add a rule that a truck should not travel more than 600 kilometers, which reduces long hauls and the risk of cement degradation. You will also mention the preferable date and time when the truck has to be dispatched, and the results will be generated along the roads. Once you run the tool, so it will display all the routes possible from each grinding unit to the warehouse. So, but just look at this map and analyze that there are some overlapping routes as well. So why do they overlap? That's because the system generates routes to every possible warehouse from the grinding unit. And you only want the top priority ones, right? To avoid unnecessary overlap and cost. So next, you'll look at the table, which we call as the attribute table also. So where each route is ranked based on the travel speed, vehicle dimensions, and best route from every grinding unit. So look at the table, row number 1 and row number 2. Both have the same starting and the stop point. If you click on any particular row, it will be highlighted on the map as well. And as I move towards the right of my table, you can see the total cost also calculated. Now analyze the cost difference. It is approximately 3,500 rupees, which makes the huge difference while we do the cross-talking and the pool distribution. You'll filter to focus only the first ranked routes, as these represent the most optimal connections, helping you to identify the closest and most efficient warehouse that can effectively serve the high demand areas. Now look at the map, that how only single route has been provided. Now these are the optimized route from your grinding units to your warehouse, ensuring each shipment reaches the right location efficiently. So far you have optimized the routes between your grinding units and warehouses, so that you are able to just optimize the route and you are able to find the closest facility in the cost efficient manner. But in this last mile delivery, where multiple vehicles serve different trade zones across the district, this is where the fleet management and route optimization become even more critical and more complicated. So this time, you will map your transportation zones as well, or your T zones. It groups nearby locations like pin code, sub-district, or district and treats them as one unit for planning product movement. Here we have a grinding unit, which is responsible to deliver the fresh cement in different territories to site across the T zones. Let us understand the orders and the truck also available. Now, when you see the table, you can analyze that according to the order IDs, you have the demand coming in terms of volume, weight, and pallet from each T zones. You also have the truck availability ranging from large truck to the small truck. And they also have the maximum capacity in terms of volume, weight, pallet, and also the fixed cost. So fixed cost is something that your logistic will incur. Now, to fulfill the demand, you can define all the key parameters needed for the last mile delivery, which is the trip creation. For trip creation, you can start by entering the number of vehicles available, the depot where each truck will begin and end, the total number of trucks that can handle in a single freight. You can also specify the operating hours of the depot, including any expected delay. And so here you are giving the 15 minutes as the flexible time. And also you can provide the truck capacity in terms of volume, weight, and pallet. Next, you will set the maximum travel time and distance for efficiency, along with the fixed wages, cost per unit time and distance, and any overtime charges if delay occurs. Finally, you will enter the service time required at each stop for loading, unloading, parking, and order handling. And once all these settings are in place, you simply click OK. Now, another key point of this is the trip creation. This will create that how much time the vehicle will spend at each stop while delivering the orders. If you want to set some priorities, so if something needs to be delivered first, the system will plan accordingly, then you can just freeze the trip. Just like how you use the transport load balancing in your ERP systems, ArcGIS adds value by letting us visualize the entire supply chain dynamically. Now see the results. You can see each truck has been assigned orders based on the road limitation for heavy vehicles, best optimized routes, total number of axle attached, and at the optimized cost. For better insight, you can again look at the table. Now it will show you all the stops, the service time it took, when it started, what was the time, and how many trucks catered to how many number of orders. So large truck catered to 7 of them, small truck catered to 3 of them, and all the time and distance parameters will be automatically calculated. Now, since your truck is crossing different states, the state tax will also be included in the total cost. Now, so if the orders, what happens if the orders number exceeds the the truck capacity? So for that, if orders exceeded the truck capacity, the system would flag an order violation, prompting replenishment from the depot. This ensures you always maintain an optimized, balanced fleet operation. So your ERP system purpose is administrative, but you can use ArcGIS for optimizing your operations as well. So to summarize, ArcGIS brings entire logistics network to life. and helping visualize regional demand supply gaps, optimize dispatch planning, and reduce turnaround time with the ERP integrations. It allows you to plan the truck distribution by zone and as demand shifts and handle fleet shortages by dynamically adjusting the routes based on priority and capacity. Now, you can even track and monitor delays at delivery points, identify alternative unloading zones, and handle multiple deliveries in a single freight. ArcGIS also lets you to compare the transport modes on cost versus time and recommend the most cost-effective pooling models. The system will automatically highlight any order left undelivered due to fleet shortage and suggest how they can be optimized through replenishment from nearby depot. And on that note, I would like to request my colleague Supriya to continue with the further solutions.
Thank you, Tanisha. Good morning, everyone. I am Supriya Kumari, Senior Engineer, Esri India. So, we have just walked through how a heavy bulk delivery product like cement can be benefited from the location intelligence for smarter supply chain management. Now, let's step into a completely different world, that is apparel. Here, the product moves faster and the customer demand shifts rapidly. This This makes the business challenge more critical, identifying the most suitable warehouse to reduce the service gap, lower the logistic cost, and improve the delivery efficiency. To explore how we solve this, let me walk you through one of the most powerful tools in our ArcGIS, that is ArcGIS Business Analyst for India. This tool brings together everything you need for a location-driven decisions. It combines the rich demographic data, map content, and ready-to-use maps for powerful analytical workflows and easy-to-share reports and infographics. Together, these capabilities help you to understand market better, compare locations, identify opportunities, and support data-driven business decisions. Now, we know what business analysts can do. Let's look into the kind of information it brings together. To make an informed decision, we need authentic data sources. Business analysts bring everything into one place, starting from the administrative boundary, from the state level to the village level. It also offers address search, key location points like retail outlets and service centers. It adds rich demographic insights, including income, spending, consumer profiles. It gives us a clear picture of who lives in each area. And it doesn't stop there. It also offers multiple ready-to-use reports and infographics. These templates can easily be customized as per our need. We can even include our own sales or business data. These reports can easily be exported as a PDF or an image format and can be used in our day-to-day meetings. With this rich and ready-to-use data, it also provides some predefined, ready-to-use analytical workflows, just like trade area analysis, which reveals the true catchment zones, distribution trend, shows how buying pattern shifts over time, socioeconomic indicator give us a deeper view of our audience, territory management help us to maintain or balance our business coverage, geocoding help us to convert the tabular data into the map points. And last but not the least, suitability analysis highlights the most promising location for our future growth. Together, these capabilities transform the scattered information into a meaningful, actionable insights. To show how this works in reality, let's walk through a real world scenario from the apparel industry. Imagine you are an apparel manufacturer operating in Ludhiana, a city in northern India. On the screen, you can see the map of Ludhiana. We start by putting two important but crucial information, that is the warehouse and the dealer location. This simple maps gives an idea of our dealer network spread. Every warehouse has a limit to how far it can serve its dealer efficiently. The limits usually depends either on the travel distance or on the travel time. Let's consider it to be a distance of 20 kilometers in this case. How we can do this in our platform? We have a very impactful tool here. Let's have a look into it. We just go to analysis, then to the geoprocessing and type drive. Here we got the tool generate drive time trade area. We select warehouse as the input, driving distance to be 20 and the unit to be a kilometer. Once I run the tool, it generates a polygon around each warehouse. You can see on the map, the purple region shows the area where our warehouse can efficiently serve. With this, we can instantly distinguish two categories of the dealer. Those located within the 20-kilometer range shown in the green and those falling outside are shown in the red. Instantly, it reveals there is a service gap and a strong opportunity for our warehouse expansion. Now we know where exactly we are spending more to supply our dealers. This highlighted blue area on the map shows here we are expending more in terms of time and cost to deliver our product. Spotting the gap is just the starting point. Now, the next question is which part in this region is the best for our upcoming warehouse? To explore this, we divide the area into a grid of 1 square kilometer. Then we enrich this grid with the demographic data like population and the number of households. On the map, you can see the darker shade shows the densely populated area where which is less ideal for our warehouse placement. But before finalizing everything, we also need to check if the land is practically available for developing a warehouse. So for this, we added a LULC map of Ludhiana. This shows us, and let me add the LULC map of Ludhiana on the map. And before that, I have added the major road network as the connectivity plays a major role in defining a warehouse placement. So the region which is closer to the major road is more suitable. And then I have added the LULC map, which defines where is our warehouse, wasteland, water bodies. So we concentrate on the areas like the vacant land where the location have the potential for the development. This makes our recommendation more practical and realistic. So far, we have looked each factor individually, that is the population, household, connectivity, and the unserved dealers. But we still need a way to combine all these pieces of information into a meaningful answer. That here comes the site suitability. It gives us a single lens to view how all the factor can be seen as a single map, making the decision more meaningful. As you can see on the map, the darker area shows the best suited location for our upcoming warehouse. We can even adjust the importance of each factor. For example, if we found the dealer count matters more to me, we can simply increase its importance. And once we do the adjustment, the system recalculates everything and the map updates immediately. This highlighted region is just not a random point, It's a well-supported recommendation based on the real data, business pattern, and on-ground realities. By the end of the simple workflow, we have a clear picture of our service gap, understanding of our growth potential, and the most promising location for our upcoming warehouse. Thank you. Now, I would like to hand over the session to Tanisha again for some more demos. Over to you, Tanisha.
So thank you so much, Supriya, for explaining how warehouse placement can be optimized. But does the GIS application answer? So the answer is no. Now let's look at how ArcGIS helps in asset tracking and facility management within a manufacturing plant. With ArcGIS indoors, every asset, whether it's machine, forklift tool, or workstation, all can be mapped and monitored in the real time inside the facility. By integrating IoT sensors, RFID tags, or Bluetooth beacon, the system provides the precise indoor positioning of assets, allowing you to instantly locate equipment across the floors or the building. ArcGIS also plays a key role in asset maintenance and monitoring within the manufacturing facilities. It does not only track the real-time location and condition of machines, but also allows the instant assignment of maintenance resources when an issue is detected. With ArcGIS, warehouse operations become more data-driven and efficient. It helps you to plan stock movement according to the warehouse capacity, ensuring optimal utilization without overloading or understocking any location. At the same time, it supports stock verification by linking spatial data with any inventory system, helping teams quickly locate materials, identify mismatches, and maintain accurate records across all the facilities. So, bringing it all together, ArcGIS acts as a one-stop solution for managing risk and optimizing asset performance across the manufacturing ecosystem. It connects data from the plants, warehouses, and logistic network into one unified intelligent platform. It helps the team monitor the operations in real time. And now let us look at how this works in action through a quick demo. Now, let us explore the solution through a live demo of asset tracking for automobile manufacturer within a warehouse. With a smart asset tracking system, automotive manufacturer can easily see their entire warehouse network, track real-time utilization, spot bottlenecks right away, and help workers quickly find the exact location of any item, all through a simple map-based interface. You can see on the screen, there is an indicator of vulnerability as well. It shows that how your warehouse or any other facility is far from any other fire station. So if you just want to filter out according to the state that how many warehouses are present in that, that can be easily done. And also, if you know the name of your warehouse, you can just type it through and it will be automatically zoomed into that place. It will also give you the overview that how much is already occupied, what is the vacancy, what are the different products also placed there. Not only this, as the facility manager, it becomes very important that you are very well informed about the surroundings. So for that, it will already show you that what is the dedicated storage under that and how many products are placed. If you want, you can just filter out or categorize all your assets according to the floors. So if you have level 1, level 2, level 3, so that can also be easily done. So you can see that how many racks are present or how many assets are present on first floor, second or third. Currently what you are able to see, the green ones are the racks that are already vacant and the orange ones are the ones occupied. Now it is also very important for the safety measurements as well. So if you have any CCTV camera around surrounding your facility or tagged in your facility, you can easily map them. Click on any of the CCTV and it will start giving you the live footage of that area. So it becomes very important during the safety measurements. Not only this, if you have any IoT sensors also tagged in your facility, so it will start giving you the real-time values of that as well. So be it moisture, be it your temperature, if it crosses the threshold mark, then everything will be generated in the alerts and you will be notified. Now, for an example, if you just want to be prepared for any unfortunate incident, then you can find any nearby police station, fire station, or hospital. So you can click on the find closest, plan the routes, and it will automatically give you the results. Now, it is also very important to manage your assets. So you can see that how many assets are present, how many are under the maintenance, and what are the different work resources available inside your facility. So if you just want to assign any of the maintenance job to your resources, so that can be done. You just have to click on the assign job, click on what is the kind of job category. You can click what is the priority level of that, and just click on the submit after assigning it to a particular resource. Once you click on the submit, it will be real time given to your resources and they can just undergo the maintenance. Now, let's say that if you just want to transport some of the spare parts from the warehouse to the assembly units, so that can also be done. So just give the start and the ending point like you did in the last demo. So it will give you the overview, what is the shortest distance, what is the cost, how much time will it take, and can all be done in a single view. So it really helps you to identify that what are the different assets present, how you can transport this. And it is always important to remember that efficient warehouse operations are not just about speed. They are also about safety, accuracy, and control. So you can just identify your conveyor system, your industrial robots, etc. Now, as the facility manager, if you just want to see inside your warehouse, so that can also be done in a 360-degree view. You can create 3D of everything. Now you are able to see the inside of the warehouse, how many racks are present, what are the different kind of CCTV, the IoT sensors can be easily integrated. If you just click one of those assets, you will be able to see its information. Like currently, if you click on a particular rack, it will give you that what is the maximum capacity of it, what is the product which is there, and so on. And everything will be given in just single click. So with ArcGIS indoors, automotive manufacturers can get a unified system that not only tracks every asset in the real time, but also ensure team moves safely, equipment is used correctly, and critical issues are addressed before they disrupt the production. Now, as we wrap up, this slide truly captures the essence of what location intelligence brings to manufacturing. From production floors to delivery doors, location connects every part of the value chain, integrating data, mapping operations, analyzing patterns, planning smarter, and ultimately enabling faster and more confident decision making. This geographic approach transforms how we understand our operations and how we act on them, giving us a foundation for a more efficient, resilient, and sustainable future. So I would like to thank you all for joining today's session, and I hope this inspired new possibilities for applying location intelligence across your manufacturing ecosystem. Now we'll move towards the question and answer round, and if you have any, please, we would be really happy to answer them right now.
Thank you, Tanisha and Supriya. I think that was an interesting session, and we have some questions. A couple of them are there. So I believe one or two have been answered. So the very first question, it was from Ajit, and Ajit had a question about how does ArcGIS integrate with existing manufacturing databases like HANA, SQL Server, or Oracle for real-time data synchronization and analytics. So, Ajit, yes, we do support these three database systems, and I have shared a link uh, in the Q&A window, which will give you a lot more detail about the integration and synchronization practices. The next question was from, I believe, yeah. I think Madhura had a very interesting question. What is the feature of demand sensing? So demand sensing, it's a very, I would say, a, it's a broad scoped word, but yes, we do bring in a lot of variables which support demand sensing. A lot of them are socioeconomic variables. It could be your, income patterns. It could be your expenditure patterns. Apart from that, the platform offers you data on weather patterns as well. So these are these are the variables which are already available within ArcGIS paradigm. Apart from this, we can bring in your own archived and historical data about your sales patterns. So data provided by ArcGIS business analyst as well as your business data together, they can definitely help you create demand forecasts or probably demand sensing as you are putting it. Uh, we can have a detailed discussion on top of that. Uh, Rajat has a question which talks about the mandatory fields and attribute formats required in the sales data set. And he has given a couple of examples like store ID, coordinates, sales volume, time period, uh, to ensure compatibility with business analyst, enrichment, and suitability workflows. Thank you, Rajat. A very interesting question, and thank you for bringing out couple of variables which we actually ask our customers to come up with. So I believe you're already, you have already taken up half the journey. So once we understand the store IDs, coordinates, so yes, location is very important. Where your stores are, this is very important. Thank you for this input. Sales volume, time period. We could also bring in, your customer data sets, right? So if you have a loyalty program kind of a thing, so do you know which PIN code your customers are coming from? Those kind of things we can probably utilize. Your inventory details, they can help. Uh, we also implement a Huff model. Probably it would be a good idea to go into detail on that. Today is not the time. Probably we'll do a separate session on Huff model. But it could, bring in variables like, what is the frontage of the store, right? How many employees do you have to cater to customers? Um, we can bring in additional variables like, how many, lanes are there on the road in front of you? Is there any enough parking space? So it depends. I mean, all these factors impact your footfall, your turnover, right? So uh, it's a platform, as I said, and it is fairly configurable and customizable. So the more information we bring in, better insights we can draw out. So I'll leave it at that. But I hope I was able to answer your question. Uh,
There's one
Ashish,
question from
yeah,
Arjun
Neha.
Jairaj, which
Hmm.
talks about is it possible to generate reports from real-time monitoring, maybe air quality monitoring system, if they want to
Hmm.
generate a report on daily basis of the average quality?
Uh, I think you'll have to reiterate the question, Neha.
Sure, it is in the chat section. I'll repeat it again for you.
Sure.
The question is from Arjun. He asks,
Hmm.
is it possible to generate reports from
Hmm.
real-time monitoring, maybe a
Okay.
air quality monitoring system? And
Hmm.
what if they want to generate a report on daily basis of the average quality of air?
Okay. Very much possible, Arjun. Thank you for the question. We have been doing that for multiple smart cities, and they have, a AQI refresh frequency ranging from city to city. I mean, some of the city are doing it at like 15 minutes. Some of them are doing it 1 hour. So definitely we can do it for daily refreshes. So it totally depends how we are designing and implementing our system, but very well possible. So there is one open system, one open website about Varanasi Smart City. I would encourage you to go explore that website. They have a pollution monitor dashboard on their open website. Would be a good would be a good place to start.
Uh, I think we have taken a question from Rajat about the mandatory fields and attributes.
Yep. I think there's another question from Ashish, which talks about stock optimization and inventory planning using ArcGIS. Definitely, Ashish, can be worked out. So probably you noticed in the last session by Tanisha, we were able to draw out a warehouse outlay. So now you understand where your goods are, right? And if you have inventory limitation in terms of your smaller, so let's talk about dark store. We are doing multiple replenishments across the day. So you can have a master warehouse which is catering to multiple dark stores, right? So yes, we can help you um, identify and assess what is the inventory capacity for at your dark stores, what is the usual replenishment time, and how much time does it take for a let's say a 1 ton or a 2 ton gross vehicle weight. vehicle to start from your warehouse and reach to your dark store, and we can bring in offloading time, we can bring in driver rest time. So all those parameters are part of our uh, module. So definitely we can uh, do something about it, and we have been doing with some of our customers. Uh, Another question, I believe Ashish also had a follow-up question about can we do competition sales analysis? Unfortunately, Ashish, we do not have revenue data from any of the uh, brands or any of the players or even our customers. That is something which stays with you or the particular customer we are working with. We do not have any insights. We do not collect sales data from any of the companies. But if you have access to that data from any third-party resources, we would be more than happy to help you plan out their sales patterns across the region. But as part of India data, we do not have it. If there are any more questions,
I think we have discussed all the questions which were there in the chat box and the Q&A session. Uh, Rajat has one more question. What is
mhm.
expected data ingestion pipeline, which is manual upload, API-based sync doc feature, service connection, and how frequently will the sales data be refreshed in business analyst environment?
Rajat, this is Rajat asking the question.
Yes.
Yeah. So Rajat, thank you for the question. Uh, so data pipeline can be established as per your established um, design. So if you are already an enterprise wide system, we can definitely integrate with that. So we are an enterprise system, and we would, I mean, we can publish APIs, we can consume APIs, we can publish services, and vice versa. So it depends. Or if you're someone who is still, using lots of flat files to store their sales data, we are equally fine with that. So our systems can read your flat files, be it CSV, be it your Excel files. Uh, it doesn't matter. I mean, we are fairly open and fairly interoperable as far as data repositories and data integrations are concerned. Uh, so that will not be an issue. We can design and architect pipeline suiting your current IT systems and IT infrastructure.
We've addressed all the questions as of now. If anybody has any further questions, feel free to put it in the chat box or the Q&A sessions. We've also put in here an email address for you all in case if you wish to connect with us for a lengthier discussion. You can drop us an email at info@isri.in. This is a centralized system. This email will be then further sent across to a subject matter expert, and then a conversation can be started.
Sure. Thank you everyone for joining us. We'll take your leave for the day. You have a nice one.